Good morning. It's Tuesday. This is my second attempt at making this video. Did one yesterday, wouldn't upload. Oh well. New video games coming out this week. Excuse me. Immortals Phoenix Rising for PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Stadia, Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. Empire of Sin, a new strategy game where you are running a mob crew. I heard it's actually pretty bad. Coming out PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One. Twin Mirror, the new adventure point and click thing from Don't Nod. Coming out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. If you're a Battle Royale game fan, the Worms franchise is the latest to join in on the craze. It's called Worms Rumble. It'll be out on PC, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. And it's free for PlayStation Plus subscribers for the month of December. That's good. Haven coming out PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X and S. Game about love and relationships. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light is a port of the 1990 Japan-only NES Fire Emblem game, which was the first one to come out. We didn't get it here back then, but it has been officially localized for the West, and it's coming to Switch this week. Looks pretty cool. Other ports. Rainbow Six Siege is coming out for next-gen consoles, PS4, Xbox Series X and S. Another great point-and-click adventure game, Sam & Max Save the World Remastered, is coming out for PC and Switch. A very funny game. Shiren the Wanderer, The Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate is coming out on PC and Switch. That was a Vita game, but you probably didn't play it because nobody has a Vita. Dragon Quest XI S, the definitive edition, is coming out on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I do hear that it is just a upscaled version of the Switch game that came out last year, so it might actually look worse than the original versions that came out on PS4 and Xbox One. Just keep that in mind. FIFA 21. Hey, who doesn't love soccer, right? Coming out on next-gen consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, as well as Madden 21, also getting the PS5, Series X and S treatment. Everything else, there's a lot of them, so I'm just going to kind of speed through them. Chronos Before the Ashes, PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, Stadia, and Xbox One. Project Wingman for PC. El Hijo, A Wild West Tale for PC and Stadia. Morbid, The Seven Acolytes for PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One. Oniria Crimes, PC, PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One. Per Aspera, PC. Fogs, PC, PS4, Stadia, Switch, Xbox One. Pretty Princess Party, I pre-ordered that. Came out on Switch. Well, it comes on Switch this Friday. It doesn't actually come. It's a video game. Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythmic Adventure Pack, also coming out this week on Switch. Wildfire, PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One. Fitness Boxing 2 Rhythm and Exercise, coming out for Switch. And Drawn to Life 2 Realms on PC and Switch. Oh. notable releases. We've got a bunch this week. 10 years ago, World of Warcraft Cataclysm came out on PC. It was the third expansion for World of Warcraft. Completely revamped the entire game. They redid all of the maps and streamlined some of the combat, made it easier to level up, and then added in some very difficult endgame content. Yeah. 20 years ago, we had a duel between two edgy ass games for all of you cool goth kids out there. American McGee's Alice came out, which was a dark reimagining of the Alice in Wonderland story. Um, Third person adventure game, kind of like Tomb Raider, but you're Alice with a knife. Stab, stab. Also, Evil Dead Hail to the King came out 20 years ago, which was supposed to be like the fourth entry in the franchise. Not a very good game, but it's Evil Dead property. So if you like those movies, maybe try to find a copy of the game. It's pretty rare. 30 years ago, Bonk's Adventure came out for the TurboGrafx 16. The system wasn't doing so hot for a while. It was very expensive. But when Bonk came out, it appealed, to more people because it was bright and colorful and cute, and they actually sold more systems because of it. Still didn't do very well compared to the Sega Genesis and the eventual Super Nintendo. Speaking of not doing very well, NEC also released a handheld device called the Turbo Express 30 years ago, which was kind of their version of the Game Boy. It was actually very revolutionary in that it could play TurboGrafx 16 games on the go, except it was really expensive again, and also to kind of try to keep some costs down, a lot of the parts were very cheaply made, which means the sound and the picture quality were very spotty if you mishandled your device. Didn't do very well, and yeah, you don't see a lot of them around anymore. Finally, 40 years ago, one of the most important video games of all time came out, and that is Pac-Man. It was released in arcades in December 1990 and swept America like a crazy storm, gaining over $1 billion in revenue over 2 years, making it the number one arcade game at the time and one of the most successful pieces of entertainment in history. So I'm sure many of you have played Pac-Man, and if you haven't, that's very weird because it's Pac-Man and video games are like this, like they're ubiquitous. They're together. So anyway, check out Pac-Man if you haven't done that yet. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hopefully this one uploads because I don't want to say all that stuff over again. And I actually got to get to work.